OKC Ad Club Day was a time for aspiring public relations specialists to really get a taste of what the industry has to offer. Students could talk to multiple different organizations to find out what they do on a day-to-day basis and find out if this really is the field that they wanted to go into.
Hello Bulldogs, and welcome to the SWOSU Club Showcase. I am here with Emily King from OAEA. Emily, can you tell us a little bit about your chapter here on campus?
Yes, OAEA stands for the Oklahoma Aspiring Educators Association. We are a local chapter on campus, like you said. There is a statewide Oklahoma Aspiring Educators Association, lots of chapters at universities across the state. And it's also part of the National Education Association as well as just the Oklahoma Education Association.
Who would you contact to be involved here on campus with it?
You would contact definitely Dr. Abinyaga or Dr. Naliza. Miss Pankratz is planning to take over Dr. Naliza's role here pretty soon, so you would also contact her. Definitely any one of our officers. I'm the president, so you can always contact me. And we have our treasurer, Caleb Longhofer, and our reporter, Heaven King. So any one of those people would be people you could go to.
Cool. How often do you guys meet?
We like to hold professional development meetings about once a month, and our October one is coming up pretty soon. We do little events here and there. We have the Halloween party next Tuesday. The 26th. We're doing that with a couple of different education organizations as well. We do other little things like that, but we usually try to meet at least once a month.
Okay. And what would you say this organization's mission here is on campus?
We definitely like to advocate for teachers in training. We provide a lot of resources and opportunities to our education students, to any education student with our professional development meetings. Those go in an education student's portfolio, and so when you graduate, you have a little log of different professional development meetings you go to. We provide those are our monthly meetings, so we provide lots of opportunities for that. Stuff like that.
And what would you say for a student that is wanting to be involved but is on the fence about doing it? What would you say to, I guess, inspire them to be involved, like if they're nervous about it?
I would just say our professional development meetings that we hold here on campus or over Zoom are free, or they're open for all education students. So if you're kind of on the fence about whether or not you want to join, I would definitely recommend coming to one of those because it's going to benefit you either way. I would, our sponsors are there, our officers are there, so if there's somebody afterwards that you want to talk to and that you have questions for, we'll be there to answer your questions.
And doesn't the president of the OEA come to some of those as well?
Yes, she's the coordinator. She holds our professional development meetings. She's actually very good, and she was a language arts teacher in high school for like a long time, a very long time. So she knows what she's talking about, and she presents our professional development meetings as well as the state conferences in the fall and in the spring. So she's very good.
Thank you for joining us, and that'll be it. Thank you.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Southwestern in this week's sports edition. My name is Aubin Fippen.
I'm Rachel Masson.
And I'm Jocelyn Smith.
And we are here today interviewing Miss Jocelyn. She plays for the women's basketball team. We're just kind of talking about this upcoming season. The first question I have, Jocelyn, what made you decide to transfer to SWOSU?
Well, I've heard many good things about it I had friends go here, and I also had family members. I had a couple of aunts and uncles that went here and they really liked it. And then on top of that, they also have like a really good basketball program, so that was kind of known for that a little bit.
All right, And I know that yesterday you guys had a scrimmage against NOC Enid. Can you talk a little bit of how the team performed?
Yes, it was a good scrimmage. We played NOC Enid and we ended up probably winning by 40 plus. But I think it was really good for us to finally get to scrimmage someone else besides ourselves. And we've been through a lot of preseason, and it was good for us to see where we're at as a team.
So I know that your first few games are next week starting the season. Just talk about what you are most looking forward to with the upcoming season.
I think what I'm looking forward to the most is probably just getting some wins with the team because we worked so hard, and just finally being able to like get rewarded for all that.
Yeah, seeing all you guys hard work pay off.
Getting to play back in the dog pound too.
Yeah.
Crowd.
How do you like the? I know it's probably not a squishy question, but how do you like the Pioneer Center compared to places you've been in?
I really like it. It's nice, and there's like a lot of like seats and stuff.
The energy in there is really crazy.
It does.
Yeah.
So basketball games are probably like my favorite sporting events at SWOSU, obviously you go to. I don't know if it's any other sports. It's just the environment's really cool.
Absolutely. And lastly, Jocelyn, what are some personal goals that you have for yourself this season?
For me, last season I was coming off an injury, so I'm still kind of healing, but I'm just trying to get better every day, like just offensively, defensively, I'm just trying to just get better.
All right, well, thank you so much for sitting down with us and answering our questions.
You're welcome.
That's it for this week, sports fans. And remember, SCO Dogs.
SWOSU Esports recently hosted a Super Smash Bros. Tournament that was truly a spectacle to behold for all fans of video games. With 7 universities represented and 26 players partaking in the festivities, the competition was fierce. With SWOSU's very own Balter finishing at 3rd place, Ender from Cameron University finishing at 2nd, and Percival from UCO taking home the trophy for his university. It truly will be a day to remember for all of these players.
Basketball. I love it. Like, if you want my most intimidating part of the talent or the competition, non-judged, it would be dancing. I've never danced in my life. I've never cheered in my life. Like, when the Lord made me, he said no coordination. So I was terrified for the opening number, and I still messed it up the day of. But they don't judge that, so it's okay. Aside from that, talent got me really nervous. And that's one of those things. I am a woman of faith, and like I would stand there and I'd be like, if God is within her, she will not fail. If God is within her, she will not fail. She might look dumb, but she will not fail. Like, it will be okay. And that was my mantra to get me through being on stage and being able to finish. But interview, to me, it's a conversation. I love to speak. Those are, 5 people that just want to get to know you. Their whole purpose in taking out a whole day of their time, because judging is not easy. You're there for like 12 hours. You're there forever. Their whole purpose in being there is because they want to pick the best for SWOSU, and they want to get to know the candidates. So make your resumes fun. That's my suggestion. I put the name of my dog. My dog is Russell Westbrook. Please ask me about Russell Westbrook. Ask me about the Oklahoma City Thunder, because I will talk about it all day long. I love it.
Weatherford celebrated Route 66 nights on October 29th downtown. The trunk or treat event, as well as the costume contest, proved to be fun for the whole family and a wonderful 95th anniversary for Oktoberfest. As we say farewell to the Halloween season, we're looking forward to the rest of the fall festivities.